I'm really at a loss for words to explain or to understand the carnage that has visited our campus. I know no other way to speak about this than to tell you what we know. And let me do that now.
You seem to be having a little trouble. Let me help you out. I'm not at a loss. Who has two separate shootings on opposite sides of their school in one day? Virginia Tech. Administrators and Dr. Steger, who makes Dr. Lecter look like Shrek. You both need to pay, and not in a little speck, but in a very big way. Starting with jail, yes, you all need to be locked away. You might as well have provided the shooter with a gun deck and a lobster buffet. Yes, I'm rhyming, but this isn't funny. Last August you had a shooting off campus and closed the school on opening day. And now today, did you think this first shooting was from the Easter Bunny? Dr. Lecter Steger, how much are you dropping in terms of Chianti and ecstasy? Or maybe you just didn't want to risk losing more money, because today you had a shooting on campus and the students had to find out on TV, while you just sent out a belated email as if to say, oh, by the way, oh gee. Two people in a dorm room get shot and you write it off as a dispute? What, a brotherly fight? So I guess the second shooting of 31 people was just a bigger dispute. Am I right? I hope you give that second shooter the boot from campus. He wasn't too polite. Boy, you must have a very poor philosophy program. Maybe you should take the exam, or maybe you just don't give a damn. You'd rather sit back and snort a gram, or Dr. Lecter Steger, is it a raw student lamb? You thought it was an isolated incident? That the shooter was all done in the morning and ready to get on with his life? Is that what you meant? He was done pouting? He got it out of his system and had gone to church to lament? When did you draw this psychoanalytical conclusion? When you were bent? And how do you know so much about the shooter's intent? Did you consent? 33 people are dead, and are you just content with the press to circumvent? I guess it's okay, though. The murders were under 100%. And Dr. Lecter Steger, at the slain's expense, you dare to defend the schools and your actions when you have no defense and no sense? You dare aim for a pretense when what you've done is nothing short of a capital offense? Thankfully, the shooter took his own life, because you spared no expense. He started out in the morning, then went home, slept with your wife, took a crap, took a 2-hour nap, had a nightcap, and thence strolled back, strapped. And to his satisfaction, the wide-open campus doors were not a set trap, and the hallway was not even littered with so much as bubble wrap. To alert the students and faculty to the fact that the Virginia Tech's morning student slayer, yeah, that old chap, was now back, still dressed in his clothes from the Gap. I guess he blew it for you by not wearing a ski cap. But would you have even stopped him if he was naked, wearing only saran wrap, dancing like Gregory Hines and Tap? A gunman shoots up your school and you send out a tardy email. Is it just me? Should they not have barricaded the school doors, blocked the roads, and sealed the campus off so no one could get in, not even a bumblebee, and instantly? And not given the killer the universal campus key? Does everyone agree, or am I the only one not dropping sheets of LSD? This isn't complex. You should have known this before you were 3, before you learned that phrase ABC, before you knew how to pee. You don't need to go to MIT. You don't even need a GPA higher than .003 to know not to open your doors to the son of John Wayne Gacy. Even the KGB wouldn't go up against the psycho on his second shooting spree. Dr. Lecter Steger, are you sure you didn't kill someone for your PhD? Thank God the shooter got himself shot. Or what? Would you have let him keep shooting until he died from a blood clot? Or until he found a same-sex partner and tied the old knot? And after everyone's dead, then you bring in the SWAT? Great Scott! I guess he found your weak spot. I guess you found your new mascot. I hate to make fun, but it seems like the only option we have left under this sun. I mean, when a killer can open fire until he tires or until he's bummed, then go home, sit back and admire what he's done, then return hours later to continue what he had begun, and he can even walk and not run, carrying a gun as peacefully as Wayne Dyer, taking out classes one by one and no one's the wiser. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't believe it if I saw it on the cover of National Enquirer. If you just said our situation is dire, you're preaching to the choir. I think we all need our heads rewired. I'm talking about the alleged good people, too. What are our schools and colleges teaching them? May I inquire? Is it how to be brain dead 101? Or how to be an international buyer when they can't even change a wagon tire? Or how to think like what you'd only hear joking from Richard Pryor? Or how to be a retarded version of MacGyver? Laura Lisbeth says, I'm terrified. It's gonna be so hard to walk back into class and trust that nothing bad will happen. Why would you walk back into class at a school like that? Transfer now to a school with a more competent president. Listen to President Charles Steger.
I'm really at a loss for words to explain or to understand the carnage that has visited our campus. I know no other way to speak.
Do you want to go to his school? This is the third shooting there. What, you don't expect a fourth? You think 3 is the magic number or something? Get out while you can!